Welcome everybody to the Merle on the Move show. Hey, welcome everybody to the Merle on the Move show. Welcome. So on today's episode on the Merle on the Move show, got a lot of stuff I'm gonna go over. Shout out to the Lakers. Lakers won again today. They beat the Knicks in Madison Square Garden. And they beat Boston just the other day. So shout out to that. And they beat Boston without LeBron. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. Also, the Super Bowl is next weekend. You know, it's Kansas City and San Francisco. We're going to talk about the Taylor Swift effect. Is Taylor Swift going to be more important? Is the camera going to be on her more than Usher? And, Usher's doing a halftime show. So we're going to talk about that and sports. Iowa State lost today. You know, it goes down like that. They almost won, but almost ain't a win, right? We're going to talk about that. Also, the Grammys. The Grammys is this weekend, so we'll talk about that. Also, Jay Z had a pre-Grammy party. Some things went down there. Some people showed up. Kim Kardashian is dating somebody else famous. I think she dated him before. It's rumors. Also, I'm gonna talk about that Nicki Minaj comeback to Megan Thee Stallion's song "His." She's calling her Bigfoot. She got a diss song. Talk about that a little bit. I think that's all I got in entertainment. Then, of course, I'm gonna go into it's Black History Month. So every episode, every show I do this month, I'm gonna definitely put some black facts out there. Everywhere I go, everybody I encounter, because Black history is not just Black people's history; it's America's history. So it's white people's history too. It's Asian people's history. Is Hispanic people's history. It's everybody's history. So we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about Crispus Attucks just a little bit. I wasn't talking about George Washington Carver, but it's a little bit of facts that I need to get under control. So maybe we'll talk about George Washington Carver next week because he's really big here in Iowa and he's done so much. So I'm gonna talk about him maybe next time on the show. But this tonight I will be talking about Crispus Attucks, some stuff I didn't know and maybe you didn't know who he is, what he's known for, while we talk about him. Kind of remarkable. Also, I'm going to talk about the Hamas and what's going on in Israel. I watched some information about that. Power, Raising Canaan, we'll talk about that too. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going to talk about that. Trump, a lot of black people. It's a lot of black people that's really, really on board with Trump. Talk about Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley was on the Breakfast Club. She was also on Saturday Night Live tonight. I'll tell you how I feel. I'll tell you how I feel about that. But anyway, we'll talk about that. Talk about the strikes that's going on because those 3 troops that were killed overseas, and the United States responds with some rocket strikes. So yeah, Smurl on the move. I don't really know no new music coming out right now, but we'll get it going. The show's gonna be hitting live. Shout out to everybody that's listening in. Shout out to my new subscribers. Yo, shout out to all the comments and all the likes and thumbs up. I'm loving it. I'm feeling it. The Breakfast Club got a new host with Jess Hilarious. Ah, shout out to her. Shout out to her. I feel some way about that. Anyway, my daughter was supposed to be on this show, but we're gonna get that together. I'm still working on some things, so we'll get that together here too. But like I said, you can like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Skip them numbers going. Anyway, so it's more on the move. I'm gonna take a little break, little pause, station notification, all the streaming services and that listen. I'm gonna let them plug in our information right here. We'll be back in a few seconds. Let's go. All right, yes, get back to the show. So anyway, in sports, let's get it going right now. So I said Iowa State lost. It's playing Baylor. They lost today. Baylor was ranked pretty high. They could have beat Baylor. They should have beat Baylor, but they didn't. The women lost also. Caitlin Clark be balling. They were playing down Maryland, Hawkeyes, the women, and I think she's getting close to breaking the record, the most points of a female in NCAA history. She's getting close to it, but she got like 30 or 40 something points, 30 something points, 40 points, something like that. In this game today, she can ball. And there she is right there. Caitlin Clark, Iowa senior, pursuing NCAA's women's scoring record. She's getting close. But shout out to that. Like I said, Iowa State lost to Baylor 68-70. I said Iowa State gonna do good. I ain't worried about it. March comes and be fine. Let's get out to his Lakers. So Anthony Davis Shout out Anthony Davis and play some ball. When he's there, he's there. When he's there, he's there. His defense is there. LeBron is playing really good for his age. Bump that. LeBron's playing really good, period. I got to stop saying that. That's why I'm wearing the Lakers today. I'm wearing the Lakers today because the Lakers is the Lakers. That's the only team I got doing something. Because, the Rams are sitting at home. Some people didn't know, they watched my show, didn't know I'm a Rams fan. I don't know how you don't know that. But anyway, check out the last episode. I'm a Rams fan. But Super Bowl was coming up, and I don't have a dog in the fight. The Chiefs, they the champions. So San Francisco. I had a debate with my cousin on social media about Brock Purdy. This one, I seen Brock Purdy play in person. Okay, I went to one of the games, and he can ball. Is he a flashy? He's not talking. He doesn't get the credit he deserves. I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying he's Patrick Mahomes, but he's good. He got San Francisco to the championship, NFC championship game last year and got him to the Super Bowl this year. Why y'all hating on Brock? He's not my cousin was saying you can plug anybody into that San Francisco offense and they'll be successful because they got a lot of firepower around them. They got Debo, they got Brandon Ayuk, they got Christian McCaffrey, they got the tight end George Kittle. That's 4 right there, and maybe a few other players. True, but the quarterback got to get him the ball. He got to be accurate. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Brock is. I'm not saying Brock is like unbelievable and just, zipping around there with the ball, but he's accurate. He's getting the job done. Salute to that. Ain't that what it's called? Getting the job done? Look at the Wilson dude. Zach Wilson. Good team out there, not getting it done. Now, Shanahan, the coach, is a great coach, and his offense is good. I'm not saying that. But San Francisco ain't won no Super Bowls. Last time it was a Super Bowl, they lost. That was with Colin. They ain't won no Super Bowl. San Francisco ain't got no championships, man. So they got a chance. It's going to be a great game. I believe Kansas City's going to win because Taylor Swift. The conspiracy's out. Taylor Swift, the camera's going to be on, and she don't want to, she's going to be at the Grammys tomorrow. And then I think the day before the Super Bowl, she's supposed to be doing a concert in Japan, or the day of, she's going to try to get back, blah, 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 blah. So the camera's going to be on her. See, that's the thing. The camera's going to be on her trying to get back, and is Taylor there? The countdown to Taylor arrives to the Super Bowl type thing. Instead of it being about Usher and it's the Super Bowl. I ain't knocking the lady. But I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift. I'm not a fan of her music. I don't hate her music. I don't dislike her music. I'm not a fan of her music. And Shannon Sharp made a statement. I don't know if this is so true. I seen a social media clip, and I think it was a meme, wasn't even a clip, saying that Shannon Sharp said that Taylor Swift moves the needle more than Beyonce. And the clip also said that Taylor Swift is the coolest thing since Michael Jackson. No way. Okay, yeah. Taylor can't move the needle more than Beyonce because of this is America. There's more white people in America than it is black people. And it's more so she has more fans than Beyonce. Beyonce got great fans of white and black. Not making it a race thing. I'm saying it's more white people in America, so she probably got more white fans than Beyonce, so she outnumbers her. Numbers matter. But she's not cooler. Beyonce is the epitome of cool when it comes to women. Come on. Taylor Swift tries to be like Beyonce. Beyonce ain't never tried to be like Taylor Swift. So I don't know why you said that. I don't know if you said that, Shannon Sharp. I'm hoping you didn't. I respect your opinion on a lot of things. But if you said anything close to that, brother, you tripping. So anyway, my daughter pointed that out to me. Shout out to you, Breezy. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Brock Purdy. I'm looking forward to see what he's doing. I'm not looking forward to seeing the media following Taylor Swift and making it a spectacle. I get the NFL and the network. You can't just blame the NFL. It's the networks too, because the network cameras. You know what I mean? And the announcers, like when it's Troy or if it's CBS, it's Jim Nance and and Tony Romo, they work for the network. Yeah, they kind of work for the NFL, but they work for the network. And they're talking about, they're the one, because they ain't got nothing to talk about. They know people want to hear it. So they talking about Taylor, and then the camera's going to go to Taylor, and then she's going to be, you know what I mean? And she's going to propose. Who cares? It's the game. And it should be a good game. It's enough going on within that we don't care who's watching. And then Usher's going to perform, and it's going to be dope. That's what it is. So that's the Super Bowl. That's what I got to talk about Super Bowl. I hope y'all pay attention. I'm going to pay attention. I think it's going to be the Chiefs. I think Kelce going to get a touchdown or two. I wouldn't be surprised if Travis Kelce get the MVP. They give Travis an MVP over Mahomes, Mahomes, but they call it Mahomie. Huh? They give Travis Kelce the MVP, so Taylor can be down on the field. That's my man. He proposed to her right there in the field after getting the MVP trophy. He proposed to Taylor Swift. What? It's crazy. I always said she can change the political spectrum. Saturday Night Live is doing a skit about it tonight. Anyway, let's move on. Sports, that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, Raising Kanan was great. New episode came on this week. Season finale is next week. Check that out if you're into it. I don't know what Kanan doing. I don't know. You can't go against the family. OTF, only the family. Family first. You can't go against the family. They're doing some weird stuff. Stuff they may be doing to my man that talks too much. I can't think his name right now. The brother. Anyway, he talked too much. They might do something to him. Lulu. Blue. I had to think about it for a minute. You talking too much, bro. The feds is on. The feds is out there. When feds is on you, they own you for a reason. They don't come for you just because, we fishing. You ain't gonna beat the feds. The feds come for you, they coming. They gonna get you, bro. So anyway, check that episode out. It's pretty dope. I did watch, I watched the movie. I watched Wonka. Wonka was really good. I enjoyed that. I watched the Snoop Dogg movie. It's called Underdogs. That was a really good movie. A lot of cussing, but it's cussing. It wasn't sex. I mean, people watch movies with sex, and it's not based on the true story, but it's loosely based on his football teams that he coached, Pop Warner football teams in real life. And this kid's from the hood, and a lot of his kids, like 8 of them, made it to the NFL, and like 50 or 60 of them made it to college. Like Snoop is doing things. Great movie though. It's funny. George Lopez was in it. Mike Epps. You should check it out. Give it a try. And it's not a great acting movie, but it's a great movie just to watch. It's entertaining. Shout out to Uncle Snoop. I like that. I gotta stop calling the cats is almost my age. They ain't my uncles, but y'all older than me, but you ain't my uncles. Anyway, so it's a movie about Bob Marley. I was listening to a little Bob Marley earlier. It's a movie about Bob Marley coming out. It's a documentary movie or something like that. Not documentary, biopic. It's a real movie, not a documentary about Bob Marley. And I don't know a lot about Bob Marley. Some of his songs, like that song, Jamming, we jamming. Oh, I hope they come and jamming too. Oh man, we jamming. Yeah, huh? I hope you like a jamming too. Oh, the jamming. Anyway, I listened to that song right before I started the show. Because, it's Black History Month. It's February. It's my birth. It's my month. My cake day is next Saturday. So will I be doing a show next Saturday? Don't know. I might have to do one early because I'm turning up. No alcohol for me, though. Did that last year. Not doing alcohol this year. Just want to go out and have fun with the family. OTF, right? Have a good time. I'm gonna do something entertaining. I'm gonna do an activity on my cake day. Especially being on a Saturday. How awesome can that be? And it's supposed to be good weather here in Iowa. And I've just been telling y'all the last couple episodes, the weather's been crazy. But good weather. Shout out that. I don't know about the groundhog thing. I don't know if you've seen the shadow. It was great weather all week, but it's been like cloudy. So I don't know if you've seen the shadow or not. I don't care about that stuff. I do believe in astrology, though. I'm an Aquarius, and Aquarius is where it is. Don't ever forget that. Aquarius is where it is. Always. So yeah. Speaking on, so let's talk about this Nicki Minaj thing real quick. Oh, this Jay-Z party. I was going to talk about this Jay-Z party too. So Jay-Z's having a party. I'm not supposed to talk about that real quick. Then I get to the Nicki Minaj thing. So Jay-Z's having a party, a pre-Grammy party. And at this pre-Grammy party, I seen on here on page 6, I believe it was, uh, Kim Kardashian spotted there with Odell Beckham. I don't really care. I gotta have Bree. Bree need to be doing my like they got Jess Hilarious doing the gossip. I need Bree to be doing the gossip for me on my show because yeah, that's some real talk. I don't know how I feel about that. Uh, do I care? I don't. If Kim Kardashian want to be with Odell Beckham, she can. Who cares? So, uh, moving on. I do care about this part though, this Nicki Minaj thing, and I'm also talking about Lotto. Lotto got some things going on too with your girl Ice Spice. But anyway, let's get to this Nicki Minaj thing. She got this song called Bigfoot, and she is really going in on Meg. It's not good, the song, the raps and all that, the way she rap. I hate that animated rap she do. That animated rap style Nicki does is just not cool. Now, I'm gonna give her a pass about talking about Megan's mama though. That's my take. That's gonna probably be the different spin on my take. I don't have a problem with that because Megan came after her husband. That's her family, right? Now, coming after her dead mama, that is different than coming after somebody that's alive. But ain't no rules in love and war. When Megan went towards her, instead of come at Nikki, came at her husband, that hurt her, evidently. So she gonna come back at you, Megan. And that's what she chose to do. I don't agree with it, but that's her. I can't be tripping on that. Let's go ahead and move on to how I feel about the song Hiss. The song Hiss was dope. Megan ain't said nothing else. Nicki been all over the place with it. I'm gonna let them handle that out. It ain't gonna be no violence. It's probably gonna be on music. Nicki said she gonna say some few more things. We'll see. But anyways, Ice Spice. If y'all know her, she got that song by I forget the name of that song she got, but she got some songs. Look her up. She's a cute girl. She's from New York. She got some beef with Lotto. So I guess I had her up here on I think it was Hollywood Unlocked, Jason Lee's website. He was talking about that she dissed Lotto in that song. You think you the shit, you ain't even a fart. I think the song is called Fart. But she's saying on Jason Lee's on Hollywood Unlocked, he's saying she was talking about Lotto. So Lotto pulled up and did a video in her hood. I see that today. She shot a video in Ice Spice hood. I don't know what they do. The females beef. This is what we doing. This is how you selling records. Is the streamings that low? Is record sales that low that this is what they have to do to get attention? Is this what they doing? Anyway, I really don't care about that either. That's like I said. That's the gossip stuff. See, my daughter Bree, when I don't have the energy to give those stories. Like me, now I'm not saying that I'm just because I'm a guy that I can't talk about gossip or nothing like that. Because I love gossip too. You know what I mean? I like to listen. I don't really like dabbing and giving my insight on the gossip. You see what I'm saying? I don't mind listening to it. If you want to tell me something, I'll listen. I like having the information. I just don't like spreading the information. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that person because I don't know if it's true. Even if it's coming from the person. Because to me, tell that other person then. You know what I mean? But anyway, this is the show. I'm going to give you the information. You want to know it? That's what's going on with Nicki Minaj. That's what's going on with the Megan Thee Stallion. That's what's going on with Ice Spice and what's going on with Lotto. Dudes are doing things too. I seen my man Bun B on the 85 South Show. Great interview. You want to check that out on YouTube. Shout out to 85 South Show. DC Young Fly, Carlos Miller, and Chico Bean. Love that show. But I like Bun B telling some stories about smoking PCP. That wet. Bun B said he used to be on that wet. He telling stories about it on the 85 South Show. Anyway, I told y'all Nikki Haley was on the Breakfast Club, and she was talking about Obama, and she was on Saturday Night Live. Nikki's trying to be out there. The thing about Nikki Haley, before I get to this Christmas Addis thing, the thing about Nikki Haley is you don't get it. You're not gonna have a chance. You're not gonna be the nominee. As bad as people may say, we want somebody different than Trump, because only chance Nikki Haley got if Trump go to jail. and he ain't going to jail. He ain't going to jail. They're not. These are civil cases. The thing when he just lost his $82 million for calling this lady a whack job or whatever. He defamed this lady, calling her out her name. My apologies. I'm not trying to call you that, Miss Lady. I'm saying that's what I believe the news is saying that he called you. I don't agree with him. I'm not calling you that. I don't believe no woman is that. But anyway, I'm saying that's not criminal. He can't go to jail for that. So Nikki Haley is hoping that Trump goes to jail so she can say, here I am. Because that's the only shot you got. And I don't dislike you. Matter of fact, I like you more than if is she the option on the table? If it's three of them, if it's Trump, Biden, and Nikki Haley, I'm picking Nikki. I'm gonna pick Nikki. Real talk. But they ain't gonna be. This is not a choice. They want her to the GOP want her to drop out. The RNC or whatever, Republican National Committee, whatever they call. They want Nikki to drop out so Trump get all them delegates, right? So we can so they can start pushing against Biden. Because as long as Nikki stay in, they torn. She don't want to do it. And she shouldn't do it. She shouldn't do it. That's what we try to get Democrats, try to get Bernie to do it, though. Remember? Against Biden. Bernie, back out. Bernie didn't want to do it. And then at the end, he did. And she probably going to do it. She going to fold, too. She going to fold up, too. And she going to fall in line with Trump, too. And she going to kiss the ring. It's just a matter of time. Still got some money and some momentum. It's still South Carolina. Right after South Carolina, if Trump knock her out, she going to kiss the ring. If she don't, shout out to her. I'm telling you right now, if it was an option right now for us to go, if it was November right now, it was time to vote, and it was three options. It was Trump, Biden, and Nikki Haley. I'm Nikki Haley all day. Because as of now, I don't even want to vote right now for these other two dudes. I'm going to vote. Oh, best believe. I'm going to vote. I just don't want to vote for those two guys. Not saying I'm not going to vote for either of them. You never know. But I've told you, if you listen to my show, I can't vote for Trump. And I can't vote for Biden. So what am I going to do? Give me a third option. Give America a third option. What's wrong with a third option? It's McDonald's, it's Burger King, it's Wendy's, it's Dairy Queen, it's Sonic, it's Culver's, it's Steak and Shake, it's Freddy's, it's all kind of burger places, bruh. It's all kind of chicken places. You can have it your way. It's all kind of grocery stores and gas stations. Why only get two votes? Why only get a vote from one or the other? Republicans or Democrats? That don't make no doggone sense. But that's what we stuck with. So I don't know what we gonna do. It ain't too late. We America. You see what's going on overseas? They be like, but they don't like what they doing. They picking it. They like that. They hitting the stage, bro. But they don't like what's going on. See, that January 6th stuff was crazy because they was trying to stop something from happening. But if you want to go out and protest and say, hey, we need a change in the way this democracy is heading because it's crazy, you got two options and we don't like either one. We don't like either option right now. So shout out to you, Nikki Haley. You know, like I said, I'm not a big component of you, but out of the two options, if you was a third option, I believe a lot of Americans would help. But Trump gonna power you out, and it's gonna be him and Biden, and we're gonna be stuck in this dilemma. So anyway, y'all gotta watch out what's going on in Israel. I was watching this stuff, how Benjamin Netanyahu, I watched this thing on Frontline. It's a PBS show, news show called Frontline. They did this whole documentary on the state of Israel and how Benjamin Netanyahu kind of, you know, he's been president over there on and off, and he had some investigations on embezzling or bribery that they had on him right before this Hezbollah thing happened in October. And then since that happened, they ain't talking about it. So anyway, let me move on to some other things here in the news. I'm talking about Black history. A lot of and shout out to this area, KCCI. A lot of areas in this. The NBA always does it. I think the NFL may be doing a little bit. It's a lot of people that do. They're actually out front in promoting Black history. You know, a lot of programs and stuff like that. I know a lot of areas and a lot of states and stuff don't want to talk about Black history. They feel some kind of way about it. Don't understand how that's a thing, but anyway, so I was reading this the Wikipedia about Crispus Attucks. Now, what I know about him is being a black man, and he was the first person killed in the Revolutionary War in the Boston Tea Party. Okay, he was a sailor. I think he's a whaler. So he's worked to go out and hunt whale blubber because that's how they used to heat the homes back then. They didn't know that oil was in the ground. They didn't have crude oil back in the 1700s. They used whale blubber for kerosene and torches and stuff like that. If you didn't know, now you know. You're learning stuff. So anyway, that's what he used to do. He's go out on ships. And he was not all throughout history said he was a slave. He was a runaway slave, right? Or he was a free man, but he was always black. He was always a black man. But I'm reading this right here in Wikipedia, and it's trying to say that his origins, that he was native or mulatto. Mulatto back then was a name for a mixed black person, mixed with white or mixed with something else, not just black. So, and they trying to say that he was Indian and that he was from another place, that he wasn't even slave. They're trying to change history. Anyway, Crispus Attucks, black man, first person killed in the American Revolution, 1776. Yeah. Or was he no? In 1770. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, it happened. History is something. And if you don't have the right frame and the right person teaching you history, that's kind of how what Omar Gaddafi, a lot of dictators, a lot of I shouldn't not go call this man a dictator. A lot of people that run countries, they want their own narrative. They try to have their own propaganda. They try to make sure that the people, the educators, are teaching the society their views where they want to go. You know, that's America does it too. Like I said last week, black people are totally assimilated to white culture, and it's known as American culture. But the rules and laws and the taxations and everything like that is set up by white people. Think about this. I was talking to my cousin earlier. Shout out to my cousin Sean. Check this out. Check out how the government is. Now, it's a movie. I'm going to give y'all an analogy. There's a movie called The King of New York. It's got Christopher Walken in it. It's got Lawrence Fishburne, Wesley Snipes, and David Caruso. Got a couple other people in it if you watch it. It's made back in the 90s. It's about selling cocaine. And Frank White, played by Christopher Walken, is a cocaine dealer in New York City. And Wesley Snipes' name is Jimmy. And no, take that back. Lawrence Fishburne his character is named Jimmy. And he a cocaine dealer. And Wesley Snipes is a cop, him and David Caruso. And they trying to arrest him. But he makes this famous line, is where Biggie Smalls, Notorious Big, gets his name from, call himself Frank White. He says this one line in the movie. I used to watch this movie as a teenager all the time. Probably seen it 10 times on VHS tape back then. So anyway, he says, if they selling a nickel bag in the park, I want in. So what he was saying, no matter what's being sold, no matter what's being done, if it's a move being made and there's money involved, cut me in. I want my cut. That's how the government is. The government is so gangster. The federal government, with y'all sleeping, the federal government is so gangster. They have this taxation law set up, and it wasn't taxes a long time ago. Remember, and that's why the 1770. This is why this thing is vital to me. 1770, whenever the American Revolution started, I think they won in 1776. I think it started in 1770. Whenever it started, it was about taxation. They didn't want taxation without representation, right? Because England was making the Americans pay taxes, and they had no infrastructure. They wasn't putting money back here in America. So they fought. So America right now, the tax system we have set up right now, when you work, if you have a job, you have to pay the government to have that job. They tax you. Before you get your pay, the government get their pay. The company you work for, they got to pay the government to employ you. To have a company, they got to pay taxes too. The money you make from your company, when you go buy and purchase goods, food, your home, gas, cars, vehicles, clothing, whatever goods you buy, you pay taxes on that too. So you paying the government to buy stuff. And then the government is charging the place to sell you the stuff. They taxing the place too. They gotta pay taxes on their property and on the goods that they buy from other vendors. No matter what, you paying the government is what I'm saying. If they selling a nickel bag in the pot, the government won't in. I'm telling you, they try prohibition with alcohol, man. It's like no more alcohol. What they do, Al Capone them, and he was doing it. He had Al Capone had bootleggers here in Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, Indiana. Come on, man. And the government was like, you know what? We won't in. Gambling used to be illegal. You could only do it in Vegas and in Atlantic City, right? And they, you know what? They was like, you know what, man? There's money out here. There's a lot of money in these streets, man. We need, government, we need to get our part of this money. How can we get more of this money, man? And the government was like, you know what? Let them gamble. We won't in. We want part of that nickel bag. We won't in. We're going to tax them. We're going to set it up. We're going to tax them. The lottery's doing it. Let's do it with the casinos. No, it's casinos everywhere. St. Louis, Indiana. It's casinos everywhere. It was just the natives. That was something they gave. It's America, man. Like I said, they're trying to change Crispy Ash, trying to say he ain't black, man. That's why black people are the first one to die in the movies. Because black people been the first one dying all the time. Anything famous happens, always black people dying first. I'm trying to tell you, man. If y'all don't know, the Civil War started because they tried to say my man was 3/5 of a man. Dred Scott. Yeah. Anyway, this is Merle on the Move. It's 2 more. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. I got to talk about the Israel-Palestinian thing. Hold on. Let me click up this Fox News little thing up here. Hey, I'm telling you, I got to watch both. And I know it's crazy out here, but I got to watch both. Guy arrested dead to Carl Weathers, the former professional football player, and Apollo Creed. He's the original Apollo Creed from the movie Rockies. He passed away. The movie Rocky. He passed away. I don't know how. I know he's old. I think he was 76 years old. Shout out to my dad. My dad would be 78 on Valentine's Day. My dad. Shout out. I love my dad. He's upstairs right now. Yeah. Shout out to my pops. Let's keep this going. So it's a Palestinian thing. Let's not get confused. The whole thing is about Israel and Palestine, about being two states. Because before Israel was there, after World War II, it was Palestine. Israel comes in and say, we want to make two states. And Palestine's like, okay, because that means you're going to recognize us as a state just like you. That means we get backing and all the charters and all that stuff. And they're like, nah, because Palestine is like, they creed is like death to Israel. Like we don't wipe off the earth. Like you're supposed to be here. So we can't recognize you as a country. You're trying to say give you a charter, and you and Iran, y'all talking about killing us all. So no. But then the United Arab Emirates and all them other Arab countries, like, you know what? We'll do some work with y'all. We'll do some business with Israel. We'll do some business with y'all. And Palestine like, what? And Israel like, cool. Y'all gonna do business with us without even letting them become a state? And y'all was backing them. So that's where we at right now. That's basically what it is. Palestine is out there in the cold. Nobody's supporting them. And they did what they did to, like, hey, okay, if y'all don't like what we don't forget about us, we're going to do this. Bring some attention to it. And it did. All for attention. And that's where they are right now. If Biden loses, Joe Biden loses his election, and Trump becomes the president, it's going to be a new world. It might be World War III before then. If they keep on doing this stuff for Iran and some other countries get involved, it might be before then. But it's going to be a different world, and that's the worry. I'm not going to get deep in it on this episode because I'm feeling good, and I don't want to be doom and gloom every week. I want y'all to be happy and uplifted and, good vibes. It's Saturday night. It's, what I'm saying? You might be watching this on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We keep the vibes, keep it going. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Keep them comments coming. Keep them likes up. You know, I'm doing this for y'all. I'm trying to stay fresh. You know what it is. You know, throw them comments in there. A little love at your boy. You know, I'm trying to stay fresh like your boy OG. You know what it is. You do it. You do it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just clowning with y'all. It's Merle on the move. Y'all stay tuned. I'm out of here. You know, always put God first. You know what I mean? Humans first. Love humans. Be good people.